Do you mind if I give you my CV?
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And today I'm pitching for a job with the Lion King. I really want to be like makeup artist for the Lion King, so that's kind of that is a business card attached in there, but I have some more if you'd like to see
Yeah,
it.
great. I love your CV.
Thanks. It's I really enjoyed like designing it actually. It's
Best one so far for me.
Oh, thank you.
Not best one today, because you're obviously the first, so that would be,
A little bit. I'm sorry about it.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's really nice.
Thank you.
So what we said, that was a business card.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the movie?
Yeah. There's some other ones there if you wanted to like. So enjoying it.
What's that on, a sticky dot something around the back?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're great, aren't they, sticky dots?
They are wonderful. Really hard to find.
Yeah, I saw them somewhere the other day where you wouldn't think they would be there, and they had loads of them just in the
Yeah.
shop.
Really
I can't
random.
remember where it was now. Again, I don't know if it might be somewhere like Staples or Hobbycraft or something like that.
I was in WH Smith, but yeah. So this is me. It's my website. It actually says format.com, whereas I bought the domain name to Louise Ashton, but there's been some trouble putting it out, so it will be Louise Ashton by the end of the week. So yeah, this is me. To be honest, I love all aspects of makeup. I've absolutely loved doing this degree, and there's so much that I've learned, so much that I've developed in things I didn't even know I enjoyed doing. Like, I love wig making. I brought that one with me because I thought it, I don't know, kind of linked to the African theme of like the Lion King and stuff. That was from this theatre production, which was Midsummer Night's Dream. So I was the makeup designer, wig maker for this. I had my team underneath and they helped and stuff. And it was such a fun show. Really enjoyed it. I had to make all these dreads for her and these fairy wigs in the background. They're not obviously Oberon's wigs. It was kind of like a henna 70s fairies sort of theme at the pavilion last summer. It was really fun. For which I also had to make this wig, which was a full knotted human hair wig for this guy who actually had bum length, really curly hair, so that was really hard to get our hand in. And this was a half wig that I set before the show, and then she had quite dark hair, but she had a transformation into one of these fairy wigs, so I was able to take that out and put it up. And I love having massive challenges that I try and have to get around in some way or another. It's really fun to try and be faced with something I don't know how to do, and then reapply myself to it, which I really, really enjoyed doing the whole way through this course. This is something that's really given me an opportunity to do that. Yeah, this was Robin Goodfellow, and it was just a really fun experience altogether. I think that's what really propelled me into wanting to do theatre. The shows I worked on here, and I actually went to Singing in the Rain at the West End before it shut down and spent a day with them just looking at how they do it, and they just work like clockwork. And one person drops a wig and someone picks it up, one person is like, as soon as they run off stage and they quick changes, and I just love the atmosphere. Plus I'm from London and I love the West End, I always have, and so it's, yeah, it's kind of where I'd like to be. At least for the time being, I really do enjoy everything. This was my other show that I did last year, which was The Much Ado About Nothing, which I had to make this beard, so that was my first knotted piece I did. I didn't actually know how to make beards at the time, so I had to like just guess. And the like whipping around the inside was actually done with like a silver thread, which I realised now I wasn't the first thing to do, but I was like, oh, actually. So, but that is in fact this character is the same actor, so I had to age him quite a lot. And yeah, that was just the rest of the show. There was a lot of having to like weld things into place with like head adornments and stuff, because she threw herself on the floor. And yeah, like I said, I love a challenge. It's always fun. Just general aging and female to male. For that as well, for the Midsummer Night's Dream, for that project, I then took the character of Titania and made her into like a lioness warrior, kind of, yeah, did a prosthetic nose, which is this here. Gave her this profile, because I was speaking to the actress when we were getting ready for the show, and how she felt the character should be portrayed, and she thought it was quite a kind of primeval lioness sort of character, and I really loved that and took it into kind of a tribal lioness character. I in fact implied this at I applied this makeup at IMAX this summer on my little sister, which was fun.
Do you have a closer with that?
I don't have any closer than that at the moment, I'm sorry. I might be able to put it. Oh, wait, I've got it on this. This is my little portfolio.
Thank you.
It's in there. Thanks. I liked having a little one, it all holds together. I think it might be further towards the back. I've actually really enjoyed linking this as well, because if you go to my Facebook page, there's there's my processes and stuff, which I really enjoy having, and I've got really good feedback from when people are like, oh my gosh, I didn't know this is how you made like prosthetics and stuff. So it's been a really fun one. I actually love people like, I don't know, allowing people to see kind of how interesting makeup is, because everyone's like, oh, that's really cool at the like end, and then to actually be like, oh, so this is how I sculpted it, and I did it with this, and then had this, and had to put something in it, and yeah, I've loved it. Pardon?
Was everything in?
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, this was another special effects piece I did in my second year, the first unit of our second year, which I actually still really like. I'm still really happy with it. There's a couple of things that I've tweaked, but and this was just a full body paint that I did with a friend.
What's that actually you've got around the body?
It's a really thin layer of Fuller's all over the body, so it was about 7 layers of paint. We started with a white, so it kind of cracked a little white underneath, and it took a good few test shoots to get like the right, but it was definitely an experience. It was supposed to be like King Midas, when he turns to gold when he touches things, and she wanted to portray like the kind of Greek statuesque sort of body. I loved that as well, it was really fun. So it was like the gold coming through. And then I also have loved doing fashion work, and it's just great experience, great knowledge of working with like, photographers and stuff, and working as a team and being able to like take someone's idea and put it into something in practice. Because I found that I spoke to a lot of photographers, and I mainly work with people from here that don't really know what they want, and it's been really fun to try and like work towards an idea together. But this shoot, I actually was the designer for this one as well, like over another team of like 5 makeup artists. I have no idea how we managed to get that many makeup artists. Yeah, this one in fact was my favourite piece. That was my own hair and makeup, as was this one. And then these I did either a hair or makeup after that. And this is still one of my favourite fashion shoots. I did this in first year. This was my first. In fact, this image here, the yellow one, was my first ever photo shoot I ever did, and I love it still. It was such a good shoot. It actually went viral, this one, because she knitted the pieces and then I made them into wigs, and then put together kind of 20s, 30s, sort of like 40s, 50s look, 60s and then 70s. But yeah, I still really like those. And then this was a really fun Maori look that I did with another friend who wanted to have a kind of strong woman. I realised strong women seem to feature throughout my stuff. I don't know why. I also love weddings. Like I said, I've just enjoyed everything. I've done a few weddings now. A lot of my friends seem to be getting married very young, so it's really fun to always be the one that's on. Yeah, there's about 6 in there now, which is nice. And then recently I've just taken on a project, my last project in fact. I made stop motion puppets for an animation going on at the moment. I couldn't actually bring a puppet with me because they're shooting today, but he looks like this. His name's Arthur. And that was just a massive challenge in a whole new way. He is foam latex, his whole body. So I started with this Julian Clark armature, which I did not make. I just tightened it all up and put it in, and then started to sculpt the body and the shoe detail and the hair. And we 3D printed all the faces, all the different expressions. But this was just the biggest challenge I've ever taken on, just because it was so tricky and everything went wrong. And but I loved it, it was really fun. I'm still doing it now actually. There's another 3 puppets that I'm still finishing.
So that head there, that's one.
Yeah, it fell off.
Right.
With the neck being so weak because it was such a small...
That's just the hair though, isn't it? Like hair?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
how
that's
did you
just...
get the head 3D printed, but were they sculpted on a computer or?
Yeah, we designed the the head, and then rigged it in Miner and then printed them individually. I've got a picture of all the heads actually. But I ran them in foam, sculpted the hands, and made a very messy fast pass in the middle of that, which I apologise for. And just little silicone hands. And then he's got foam latex. I painted all his shoes and made his little clothes and tiny bags and stuff. And then this is the back of his head. In the end, I actually had to remove this, which I had made in foam, because it just wasn't connecting. That's something I never realised. You have to really consider everything. Like if it moves even a tiny bit, like the softness of the foam, if it moves even a tiny bit in between, it flickers. So trying to consider performance for animation instead of performance for just what I like it to look like has been a massive challenge. But I really, like I said, enjoyed it. It's got tiny magnets in the back of the head which connect the 3D printed faces to, and I put the hair over the top of that. These are the faces that we're using at the moment.
They're different expressions.
Yeah. The little open mouth ones are my favourite. But they don't have eyes or eyebrows. I sculpted all those in Fimo and then baked them, so they're movable. So the expression will take it so far and then eyebrows and eyes take it. This was just a lighting test, and this is the set that I have been helping build, and as kind of in team model maker, it's been really fun to apply to making massive sets and stuff. So it's completely hollow and it ties up into the foot of the puppet, and then as he walks, continue to tie him down. But yeah, it's been incredibly fun, and they're shooting this scene at the moment, and then we're going on to a set scene with the father in it.
So you're going for the job at the Lion King.
Yeah.
What made you choose that above?
When I first got into art and stuff, I loved Julie Taymor, her just passion and zeal for what she does, and she's the director and costume designer and puppet designer of the whole show. And I don't know, I used to study her work quite a lot. I just thought it was beautiful. She works with really organic shapes. All the masks and stuff are quite natural looking. I just really liked that. And so I just looked into her more and loved The Lion King. I went to see it ages and ages ago. It was just amazing. And I think from then I kind of looked into Michael Ward and his makeup designs that he did for it. And it's something quite unique about that show, because most shows people do their own makeup and just come for their wigs and stuff. But it was quite unique to The Lion King that they actually have in-house artists for each face, because it's so characterised. And I love the fact that you don't even really notice that it's so character until you actually look at the images. And incredible. I really enjoy it. I've always enjoyed doing heavy colours and makeup and stuff, and really contorting your face with that. And yeah, I love Africa. I've been to Africa a few times, and it's been a real, place of heart and home. So it's really nice to. I'd love to work on something like that that's so collaborative and so encompassing of loads of different cultures and stuff. There's a lot of people that work on it, and it's all over the world, and it's touring at the moment, and it's been going for 15 years, and it's just, I don't know, it's such a legacy of the piece. I think 70 million people have seen it at the moment, which is just an incredible legacy for any kind of theatre production. So.
Have you done any work experience on it?
I've never worked on The Lion King. Is that what you asked?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've never worked on The Lion King. I think because I started touring last summer, so last September, and it was in Bristol and then in different places. Obviously I was here and I wouldn't be able to do that, but it's just coming to Southampton this summer.
Right.
I've no idea how to get involved in that, but I would love to. And obviously
Last couple of minutes.
Pardon?
Last couple of minutes.
Oh, okay, yeah, but I'd love to. It'd be really fun. And obviously living in London, I've worked in Covent Garden and then was always really close to it and never thought I could do it because I'd never started those courses yet. So yeah, that would be.
So is it touring as well as it's got its base in?
Yeah. It's still in the Lyceum Theatre,
yeah.
but it's also touring around. I think it's doing so well on tour.
Right. I'll have to have a chat because my wife's sister, she's the creative director for Lion King worldwide. So
wow.
I'll see if there's anything.
Would
even if you just got in once, just go in for one day, just have a look.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've got it here.
That'd be
I'll
amazing.
So.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Can't promise anything, but I'll
that's
these
fine.
acts. So
Thank you.
yeah.
It's really lovely. That would be amazing. I'd love to. And yeah, that's me. Can get to all my thingies. Do you have any questions?
Research-wise, is that something you enjoy?
Yeah, definitely. I remember first hearing YouTube about stab wounds and how one side of the stab wound has a slightly thinner edge, one has like a blunt edge, and maybe if it's on the stomach it opens a little bit more. And all aspects of it, I love researching it. But even for those dreads, like just researching what would look natural and then taking it and being able to put in like what other designers want and stuff. So I would have gone with the natural one, and then the designer came in and was like, I want red and green, and like I don't know, I really enjoy taking things that I know to be true because of research and fact and stuff, and then being able to develop those. So, yeah, definitely love researching it.
And you obviously like working with your team and collaborating.
Definitely. Like I find I can work on my own if I'm having to like, I don't know, not a wig or something, like I can kind of get into the zone and keep going, but as part of a team, I don't know, I find that I really enjoy bouncing with people.
And I suppose especially if you didn't get involved with somebody like The Lion King, you've got various crossover skills, haven't you?
Well, that's kind of what I've been trying to work on at this time in uni, because I guess this is such an incredible opportunity to, you know, have a workshop and tutors and kind of try everything. So.
And the film school as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's been wonderful. I do have like a lot of film work, but I just thought I wouldn't bring it because it's kind of more theatre that I wanted to go into first. But yeah.
Good luck with that.
So that would be wonderful.
You got any questions for me?
No, I was going to hear excellent identity, and by that I just mean, you know, like everything matches, you know, just community card, your CV, your site, it just, you know, you wouldn't mistake that if you just came across that site, if you just seen this or vice versa with me, so I quite like that.
Thank
I
you.
like how all that's together.
Found out that I accidentally matched it to my iPad cover, so I feel a little bit,
Accidentally.
it was an accident.
Accidentally on purpose, yeah.
I also got
What
really
colour is that?
sad.
Like a duck egg?
I don't know, they all printed slightly different colours, like the portfolio printed a different colour, and I also really sadly, confession, painted the end of my my makeup brushes all the same colour.
Oh, yeah.
This colour.
Well, that's good though.
But we should let news then.
Because there are some thieving little scumbags there.
Yeah, it needs to get like, it's really sad, but I was quite.
Actually, you have your brushes stolen.
Yeah,
Pass it back
all
on.
of them, yeah. All my brushes went
Yeah,
there.
all
These
of
are
them.
my little green brushes.
Yeah, you need to get out.
I know, I was watching Outnumbers sitting there painting.
Just, just spray them all in one go.
No, I had nail varnish. I just had a nail varnish and I painted the ends.
I just wanted to give you some feedback on what I've just seen. I thought overall, working down the list, I thought you were nicely presented, you were very smart.
You.
I don't think I've ever seen you scruffy, if I'm being honest. You're confident, you're friendly, you're approachable, which is fantastic. Your portfolio was really creative. I liked the whole design, as Dave said, about how it all matches and kind of gives you a bit of an identity. I also felt like your web presence was very good with your website, your Facebook, your Twitter, all that kind of stuff was strong. And there was some really good process images on there. The one thing that I did think though, which I haven't written here, was Tatiana, you know, you've got nice clear images in there, maybe you should get some clearer images up there because it is a beautiful makeup and you kind of miss it when you see it on full length one. Yeah, your communication skills were solid, you've got good background knowledge of the Lion King makeup artists and prop makers and all that kind of stuff, which has obviously impressed Mr. Malinowski over there. And at the bottom where it says employability, I've just written give it a job. So, yeah, good. But I wouldn't really expect anything. I've been knowing you for almost 3 years now. If you would come in chewing gum and spitting on the floor with a rubbish website, I would be very disappointed.
Thank you that I didn't disappoint.
She usually does, but on this occasion she's done all right.
Every
Yeah, she. Yeah.
Through.
Good. Well done. Any more comments or questions before we move on?
That's great, well done.
Yeah.
Very good.
Well done, Lou.
Thank you
Do you
very
think
much.
you give her a job?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I would. Also because you've got a nice easygoing manner as well. I mean, even though you're very focused and yeah, definitely well done.
Annoyingly, when Lou gets stressed, you can't tell.
No.
She's just very.
Are you stressed now? The way you
About
came in.
puppets more than anything. Hands keep breaking, so really silicone them every day, nearly. Not every day, that's fine. But it's just like, 'cause they
Should
have
have
to
made
shoot
it better in the
every day.
first place, Louise.
Oh, don't. I think I don't want to. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
actually, that was my
Good.
down.
Oh,
Well done, Lou.
So much.
Thank
It was
you.
lovely to meet you.
well done.
Thank you. It was lovely to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. hope you have a lovely rest of your day.
Thank you. Now get out and stop being so sweet.
I genuinely mean it.
Hey, do you want that back?
When you go out, just tell everyone how tough it is. And then
Yeah, I'll go out crying,
Yeah,
actually.
do.
Yeah.
Lou, where did you get these done?
I got them done at the uni print, but I think I'd like to get, I don't know, I think for the grade show I'll probably get something a bit more substantial. But
I like
really
that a
it.
lot. I like the
Yeah.
fact it's simple and small and easy.
Yeah.
Put it in your pocket or something.
They all hold together quite nicely.
They're very nice.
It's really sad, I can hold all my iPad in this and all fits.
Right, alright. You've got the job now, girl.
Bye. Have a lovely evening.
Cheers. All right.